There is a moment that comes after every breakup, after every ghosting, after every time someone walks away from you, that determines everything. It is the moment when you decide how you are going to respond. And most people, most men in particular, get it wrong. They chase. They beg. They send long texts explaining their feelings. They post sad quotes on social media. They wait by the phone, hoping for a message that never comes. And in doing so, they confirm every negative belief the other person had about them. They prove that they were right to leave. They prove that they made the right decision. They prove that they can do better. But there is another way, a way that does not involve begging or chasing or waiting, a way that does not involve losing your dignity in the hopes of winning someone back, a way that, paradoxically, is the only thing that actually works. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus taught that you have power over your mind, not outside events. And the outside event is that she left you, that she ghosted you, that she chose someone else, that she decided her life would be better without you in it. You cannot control that. You never could. But you can control how you respond, and how you respond determines everything that follows. Here is the truth that most men never learn. When a woman walks away from you, she is operating on a specific set of assumptions. She assumes that her life will be better without you. She assumes that she can do better than you. And she assumes that you will always be there as a backup option. She assumes that if her new situation does not work out, if she changes her mind, if she realizes she made a mistake, you will still be waiting. She assumes that you are not going anywhere. She assumes that you are predictable, that you are desperate, that you are the kind of man who will chase her no matter how she treats you. And as long as she believes that, she will never respect you. She will never regret leaving you. She will never think of you as the one that got away. The philosopher Seneca wrote that it is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. And when you waste your time chasing someone who has already decided to leave, you are wasting the opportunity to build something better. You are wasting the opportunity to become the kind of man that she will regret losing. So, what do? The answer is counterintuitive. It is the opposite of what every instinct tells you to do. When someone walks away from you, you do not chase. You do not beg. You do not send long texts. You do not try to convince them that they made a mistake. You do not wait by the phone. You do the opposite. You remove all access, completely, immediately. You sweep the rug out from under them so fast that they cannot even realize it is happening. Think about it this way. If you want someone to feel the full weight of their decision, you do not give them time to mentally prepare for your absence. You do not give them a drawn-out process. You do not let them slowly let go of you. You cut it off completely. And you do it faster than they ever expected. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus wrote that if you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. And what you are about to do, what I am about to tell you to do, will seem foolish to people who do not understand it. They will say it looks emotional. They will say it looks bitter. They will say it looks like you are not over her. But they are wrong. Sitting and waiting looks emotional. Revoking someone's access to you, that is a boss move. That is the move of a man who knows his worth. That is the move of a man who is not afraid to be alone. That is the move of a man who understands that the only way to make someone regret losing you is to show them that you are not going to be there waiting for them to change their mind. When a man leaves access open, when he continues to follow her on social media, when he likes her posts, when he watches her stories, when he responds to her texts, when he is available whenever she decides to reach out, he is telling her one thing: I am still here. I am still waiting. I am still an option. And as long as she believes that, she will never regret leaving. She will never think of you as the one that got away. She will think of you as the one that stayed, the one that could not let go, the one that proved her right. But when you cut off access, when you remove yourself from her life completely, something shifts. When you are no longer there, when she cannot see what you are doing, when she cannot reach out whenever she wants, when she realizes that you have moved on, she starts to wonder. She starts to question. She starts to think her decision. She starts to think about what she lost. The philosopher Marcus Aurelius wrote that you have power over your mind, not outside events. And the outside event is that she left. But you have power over how you respond. And when you respond by revoking all access, you are taking back control. You are no longer reacting to her. You are no longer waiting for her. You are no longer giving her the power to determine your emotional state. You are showing her that you are not dependent on her. You are showing her that you are not going to chase. You are showing her that you are not going to beg. You are showing her that you are not going to wait. And that changes everything. Now, you might be thinking, but I want her back. If I cut her off, I might lose her forever. And I understand that fear. I understand the fear that if you let go, she will never come back. But here is the Stoic truth that you need to hear. If she only comes back because you chased her, she was never really yours. If she only comes back because you waited, she was never really yours. If she only comes back because you made yourself available as a backup option, she was never really yours. The only way to truly have someone is to be willing to lose them. The only way to make someone regret leaving you is to show them that you are not going to be there waiting. The only way to make someone think of you as the one that got away is to actually get away. The philosopher Seneca wrote that no one can be freed from something who is not willing to be freed, and if you are not willing to let go, you will never be free. You will remain trapped in the past, waiting for someone who has already decided to leave. So, what does this look like in practice? Here is the Stoic strategy. Step 1. Revoke all access immediately. I am not saying you have to block her, although you can, but you need to make it clear, through your actions, that you are no longer available. Unfollow her on social media. Stop watching her stories. Stop liking her posts. Stop responding to her texts. If she reaches out, you do not ignore her out of bitterness, but you do not engage. You respond with brief, neutral, polite messages. You do not ask how she is. You do not ask what she is doing. You do not ask if she misses you. You do not ask if she made a mistake. You do not ask anything. You simply acknowledge and move on. Because the moment you start asking questions, you are giving her the power back. You are telling her that you still care. You are telling her that you are still invested. And that is exactly what she expects. That is exactly what she assumes. That is exactly what she is banking on. And you need to prove her wrong. Step 2. Start moving on immediately. I know this sounds extreme. I know it sounds like you need time to heal. But here is the Stoic truth. You do not need time to heal from someone who chose to leave. You need time to heal from the illusion that they were the right person for you. And the fastest way to heal from that illusion is to start building a reality that does not include them. Start going on dates. Not because you are looking for a new relationship, but because you need to remind yourself that there are other people in the world. You need to remind yourself that you are desirable. You need to remind yourself that you have options. You do not have to make it known. You do not have to post about it. You do not have to rub it in her face. But start doing it. The next day, the day after the breakup. I know it sounds extreme. I know it sounds like you need time to recover. But recover from what? It is not like your spouse died. It is not like you lost a child. You lost someone who chose to leave. And the fastest way to recover from that is to remind yourself that you are not defined by their choice. The philosopher Epictetus wrote that it is not events that disturb people, but their judgments concerning them. The event is that she left. The judgment is that you are not good enough, that you are not desirable, that you will never find anyone else. And that judgment, not the breakup itself, is what is keeping you stuck. The only way to change that judgment is to act in a way that contradicts it. And the way to contradict it is to start moving on immediately. Step 3. Keep it casual and business as usual on all networks. No spam posting. No sad quotes. No cryptic messages. No gym selfies with a deep caption about growth. No living my best life posts that are obviously performative. Just business as usual. But with small glimpses of you moving onward and upward, you are not trying to make her jealous. You are not trying to prove anything. You are simply living your life. And if she happens to see that you are happy, that you are busy, that you are doing interesting things, that you are dating other people, that you are not sitting around waiting for her, she will notice. She will learn through the grapevine. She will hear through mutual friends. She will see through social media. And nothing hurts a woman faster than realizing you replaced her faster than she could replace you. That she did not have the emotional hold over you that she thought she did. That you had the emotional hold over her that she thought she had. The philosopher Marcus Aurelius wrote that the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. And when you are thinking about moving forward, when you are focused on building a better life, when you are not thinking about her, your soul reflects that. And other people, including her, will feel it. They will sense that you are not broken. They will sense that you are not waiting. They will sense that you are not desperate. And that energy is magnetic. Now, I want to address something that is often overlooked in this conversation. The people who are most resistant to this strategy are the ones who are most afraid of being alone. They think that if they let go, they will never find anyone else. They think that if they stop chasing, they will be alone forever. But here is the Stoic truth. Being alone is not the worst thing that can happen to you. Being in a situation that makes you feel alone while someone is sitting right next to you, that is worse. Being with someone who does not value you, that is worse. Being with someone who makes you feel small, that is worse. And the fear of being alone is the thing that keeps you trapped in situations that are not good for you. It keeps you chasing people who do not want you. It keeps you waiting for people who have already left. It keeps you settling for relationships that are beneath you. Seneca wrote that nothing is a better proof of a well-ordered mind than a man's ability to stop just where he is and pass some time in his own company. And when you learn to be alone, when you learn to enjoy your own company, you stop accepting the kind of treatment that makes you feel small. You stop chasing people who do not want you. You stop waiting for people who have already left. You become someone who knows their worth, and that is the most attractive quality a person can have. The woman you will eventually post or go out with or start doing things with does not have to be a 10. She just has to be attractive. That is enough to make a woman think, let me just see if I still have access to him. I promise you, she will do a temperature check on you. She will find some way to signal to you. She will ask a mutual friend about you. She will watch your stories. She will like an old post. She will send a random text. She will do something to see if she can still provoke a reaction from you. And if you are truly who you think you are, you will not give her an ounce of attention again. Not out of bitterness, but out of self-respect. Because you understand that the only way to make someone regret losing you is to show them that you are not going to be there waiting. And the only way to truly move on is to actually move on. The philosopher Epictetus wrote that if you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid, and there will be people who think you are foolish for letting go. There will be people who think you are crazy for cutting her off. There will be people who think you are bitter for not giving her another chance. Let them think whatever they want. You know the truth. You know that you are not being bitter. You are being strong. You are not being petty. You are being wise. You are not being cold. You are being free. Now, before I wrap this up, I want to address something that is often misunderstood. This strategy is not about getting her back. It is about getting your power back. It is about getting your self-respect back. It is about getting your freedom back. And if, in the process, she realizes she made a mistake and comes back, that is a bonus. But that is not the goal. The goal is to become the kind of man who does not need her to be happy. The goal is to become the kind of man who can walk away from anyone who does not value him. The goal is to become the kind of man who is so secure in himself that he does not need anyone to validate his worth. And when you become that man, you will not need to make anyone regret losing you, because you will not be thinking about them at all. You will be too busy building a life that you love. The philosopher Seneca wrote that true happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future. And when you stop depending on her for your happiness, you become truly happy. You become truly free. And that freedom is the most attractive thing in the world. Not because you are trying to attract anyone, but because you are finally being yourself. Let us be clear about one more thing. When someone walks away from you, they are betting against you. They are predicting that their life will be better without you. They are predicting that they can do better than you. And they are predicting that you will always be there as a backup option. If you want to make them regret that decision, the only way to do it is to prove them wrong on all 3 counts. Show them that your life is better without them. Show them that you can do better than them. Show them that you are not going to be there as a backup option. And the fastest way to do that is to revoke all access immediately, start moving on immediately, and keep it casual and business as usual. Show them through your actions, not your words. And before long, I guarantee you, even if she never shows it, she will miss you. She will think about you. She will regret her decision, and you will be long gone, living a life that does not need her validation. That is the Stoic path. That is the path of the man who cannot be broken. That is the path of the man who knows his worth. Walk it.